Namaste, my loves. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to Work Your Light. Today's reading is, I don't know what it is going to be, or it's actually not going to be a reading. I don't really believe that it is way more of a channeling because I already got the topic. I didn't actually know the topic right before I started the video, but now the moment that I hear the water boiler in the kitchen working and my boyfriend not playing guitar as I actually wished it to be, because then he would not hear me recording this video. That's why I'm recording this video, because he's not playing guitar. I understood the message, the hint. It is actually about authenticity. It is about vulnerability, and yes, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable because I'm not in a in my usual environment, and it feels a little bit strange to me, So, but nonetheless, that's actually the reason why I started the video, because I knew that this was my higher self asking me to just, take the step, like the fool, initiate it, and great. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on around authenticity and about vulnerability. Actually, first and foremost in my life, and I do seriously believe that many of you are experiencing these stories in some kind of ways. For instance, in regards to relationships, vulnerability really means being honest, first and foremost, to ourselves. This is also a way to be vulnerable towards ourselves, and realizing that we are having some patterns going on that are my guides are saying Arcturians, sorry, because I didn't know what am I going to channel from who. Okay, so the Arcturians are saying that are keeping us stuck in the matrix, is how they put it. Not completely, we are really working towards it. They're also pointing out that it's very important to know that we are not here to reach 100% quote or perfection, which is very important. This also came to me synchronistically in the previous days about perfection, that this is we are not working on perfection, we are working on being in the flow. So both is actually not working quite well together, and as soon as we're handling being in the flow, this is the kind of perfection we are actually trying to achieve. So the question is, well, how do we define the sense of perfection? It's something actually that is really exactly how we like to experience something. So there can be perfection every moment depending on your perception. Very important. So they say if there is something not perfect, make it perfect for you in regards to change your perspective. And now they give me the Hanged Man that I have been pulling. I don't 1 hour. Actually, my boyfriend, he has been pulling some cards for me for the reading, and we got the Hanged Man, and this is seriously what they are talking about. We have the Hanged Man clarified by the Fool. Just step into the situation and allow yourself to have a different perspective on it. This is seriously something that I've been experiencing in my relationship. It's completely different to shift from a very long-term friendship to relationship. There's a difference, absolutely. There's a higher little bit more, how do I put it, a higher need for vulnerability, absolutely, in regards to opening up to each other. And I lost the thread, but that is completely fine. So they're saying over and over vulnerability. The thing is that what they're also giving me in regards to vulnerability is in connection to the topic of manifesting something. I do absolutely believe that we need to make ourselves vulnerable, actually first and foremost to ourselves, towards ourselves, in order to find out where are our lack mentalities. Okay, so in this regard, it's very, very beautifully connecting to the topic of manifestation, because we, it is, these are things that are working hand in hand. Okay, so we have here the topic of confidence, of vulnerability. The more confident you are, the more vulnerable you are willing to make yourself. You're more willing to make yourself more vulnerable than with less confidence. So, and in order to have confidence, we need to have groundedness. Okay, feeling grounded within ourselves, feeling home within ourselves, feeling that, like the Four of Wands, like we arrived, and we are going to arrive at whatever place over and over again. This is like we are going here in some sort of circles or in loops, something like that, and meeting those situations over and over again to improve. And each of these situations are perfect within themselves. Okay, so you see, there's perfection in every situation, there's perfection in every cycle that you're going through. Okay, so this is what we absolutely need in order to get to confidence. Vulnerability, and nonetheless, is not that it is just in this order. There are people, they are manifesting differently. Okay, so they are, for example, going into action and then manifesting, like the the mindset and the belief system that they are confident. It's like people are sometimes calling this what is this called, fake it until you make it. It's actually, we're not actually faking anything, we are practicing. So practicing until you make it, until you understand it, until you have this understanding for this belief system. Okay, and that's in the course of the making, in the course of the practicing. So yeah, this is like some sort of trinity that is going on, and one is absolutely influencing the other. So yeah, and they remind me of a talk that I had with my boyfriend about that also in the in this interaction with others, it is, our confidence and our ability to be vulnerable is absolutely having a very deep influence, a very strong influence on the communication with others. Okay, so for example, when we are able to be vulnerable in front of others, we are also in return way more able to get their energies. That's, for example, classic conversation, classic misunderstanding, and that's absolutely something that I am having in my relationship. There's a misunderstanding, and you are feeling triggered, your partner feels that you're feeling triggered, and your partner asks you, like, could it be that you thought that I say this in regards to this or that? And I'm feeling like, yeah, that's it. And then he said, like, no, it's actually from a different point of view. But those situations, they're very likely to happen, or those opportunities. It's actually an opportunity. Those opportunities are very likely to happen when both of you are really willing to be vulnerable in front of each other. And but nonetheless, that's what I say, is some sort of a pillar that is necessary, but nonetheless, being confident enough of being confident enough to really communicate that, yeah, that was a trigger moment. Being very open, that's what the confidence is doing with you. That's what your groundedness is doing with you. It allows you to shift your perspective. It allows you to put yourself upside down like the hanged man in order to gain enlightenment, in order to maybe understand your boss or your partner or your children more. Okay, and not because you feel them. Very important, because we are sending and receiving, you know. Great. Yeah, my guides now are pointing me towards something that I actually wanted to talk about. It is about I would really vulnerability. Wow, it's thank you. My guides are putting this in a very beautiful order. So I'm going to start the zodiac readings again. I found out that there is a different intention I had when I stopped them, and they were linked to a lack mentality I had, which is very much in regards to vulnerability. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm actually starting them again. First and foremost, because I really like them. I absolutely enjoyed them because I found them in some ways pretty personal. And yeah, it's the Four of Wands for me. It feels a little bit like a homecoming. Still don't know exactly how I'm going to do them, but I want to say that I absolutely know that those people that are viewing my content, that are having a look at my videos, they are vibrationally in the right space to listen to those readings in a good detached mode. And even if they are not, it's a message for them to hear. And I do really believe that every message that I'm sending out is going to help you and is maybe going to give you an epiphany. Absolutely. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I absolutely enjoyed this video, and yeah, wishing you a great start into the new week.